Sidney Poitier was born on February 20th, 1927, in Miami, Florida, to Evelyn Outen and Reginald James Poitier. His parents were Bahamian farmers who often traveled between the Bahamas and the United States. Though he was born in Miami, much of his early childhood was spent in the Bahamas, where he grew up in poverty, but with a strong sense of community and discipline. As a teenager, Sidney returned to the United States. Life in America exposed him to the harsh reality of racism. He struggled with poverty, worked odd jobs, and even served briefly in the U.S. Army. Yet, deep within him was a burning desire to make something of himself. His first challenge in pursuing acting was his thick Bahamian accent, which made casting directors turn him away. But instead of giving up, Sidney practiced tirelessly, listening to radio broadcasts and teaching himself American English pronunciation. Eventually, he joined the American Negro Theater, where he faced rejection at first, but persisted. His perseverance paid off, and in 1950, he made his film debut in No Way Out, a daring film that addressed racial tensions. Hollywood at the time rarely gave serious roles to black actors, but Sidney's dignity and raw talent could not be ignored. In 1958, his breakout role came with The Defiant Ones, where he played opposite Tony Curtis. The film earned him an Academy Award nomination, making him one of the first black actors recognized at that level. Sidney became known for refusing demeaning roles. He would not accept characters that played into stereotypes. He chose roles that showed integrity, intelligence, and strength. His defining moment arrived in 1963, when he starred in Lilies of a Field. His performance as a handyman who builds a chapel for a group of nuns won him the Oscar for Best Actor, the first ever for a black man. This was not just a personal victory, but a historical one, breaking down barriers in Hollywood and inspiring generations of young performers. The late 1960s were his golden years. In 1967 alone, he delivered 3 legendary films. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, which challenged social taboos around interracial marriage. In the Heat of the Night, where his role as Detective Virgil Tibbs demanded respect with the iconic line, "They call me Mr. Tibbs." And Two, Sir, with Love, where he played a teacher inspiring troubled students in London. These films solidified his reputation as the moral compass of cinema characters who stood tall in the face of injustice. Off-screen, Sidney's life mirrored his roles. He was deeply involved in the civil rights movement, marched with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and supported the cause both publicly and financially. He became more than an actor. He was a voice for equality, justice, and dignity. In the 1970s, Sidney expanded his career into directing, bringing to life comedies like Uptown Saturday Night with Bill Cosby and Harry Belafonte. He proved that his talent wasn't limited to acting alone. He balanced directing and acting while remaining true to his values and his artistic vision. Later in life, Sidney served as the Bahamian ambassador to Japan, representing his homeland with the same grace that defined his film career. His service was marked by dignity, diplomacy, and respect. His achievements were celebrated worldwide. In 2009, President Barack Obama awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, calling him a pioneer who opened doors for countless others. It was a moment that came full circle, one barrier breaker honoring another. Sidney Poitier's life was more than a career in film. It was the story of resilience, of a man who rose from humble beginnings to global acclaim. He changed how Hollywood portrayed black men, destroying racist stereotypes and replacing them with characters of intelligence, honor, and humanity. After a career spanning over 6 decades, Sidney Poitier passed away on January 6, 2022. His death marked the end of an era, but his legacy continues. He is remembered not just as an actor, but as an artist, activist, and diplomat. Above all, Sidney Poitier remains a symbol of progress, an icon who reshaped Hollywood and inspired the world.